Seriously.
Yeah.
If you can't get
Norton
credit in
Furniture
my
guy?
store,
Oh yeah, he used to do stand-up in Cleveland. He probably
you
still
can't
fucking
get
does.
credit anywhere. My name is Mark.
You guys want? You
You
can put your
can count on
yeah.
it.
Actually, you probably need the headphones so you can hear everything.
Yeah, you can hear it in that.
You gotta help me out with something.
Does have a side? Doesn't matter. Yes, they do have a side. I can just read.
Hurry on in for our thick, juicy charbroiled T-bone value bundle with our all-you-can-eat grand buffet and Sunday bar for just $6.99.
Dude, that buffet fucking ripped, man.
Those steaks look like shit in this commercial, though.
Yeah.
Looks like they're drawn on.
Folks, you've been
Dude,
begging a
in
lot
like
of people
89
missed
when
this
we
sale
were
once
fucking
before.
tiny
We're
ass
doing
children.
It was a
one
great
more
buffet.
time, last
Dude,
chance.
Get gummy bears with
On
your
top of
pizza, with your
incredible low
wings,
prices
and
at
like
Buddy's Carpet, on carpet
what
vinyl,
else
ceramic,
random
and
arbitrary
laminates.
food
5
item
days,
you could
4
think of.
nights in gorgeous Florida, warm,
Like
sunny, tropical
pineapples
Florida,
and,
just
like,
minutes from Disney
A
World.
Mac and
radish,
cheese.
no
mac and
interest or
cheese. There you
payments
go,
for
all
over
on
a
one plate.
year. So you gotta get to Buddy's Carpet before Wednesday night.
Oh man, that guy did a shit ton of coke.
I can't play this because I'll get canceled.
Hey.
You're listening to the Funbox Podcast.
I ate a bunch of LSD.
I did a series of videos on rape victims.
Dude, being left-handed, it's the worst thing in the world.
With your host, Rob Webb.
Can you tell me if it's cut or uncut? For visual sakes, my man, it's a very much so uncut. That's how I roll. Nice.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Funbox Podcast, episode 40. 40th episode now. We're middle-aged. It is too late to abort mission. Episode 40. Today is a special day. I have the Dewey Brothers.
Holla.
Woo. Okay, where's the applause? There we go. See what I mean? A one-man show. I got to do everything myself. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we see everybody here. What's going on, dogs? Dude, yeah, we were like waiting for the 9 o'clock moment, and we already covered a lot of stuff already.
We talked about everything we could possibly talk about.
Funbox Podcast.
Yeah.
We shot it a little too early.
Yeah, Jerrod. Okay, let me do the cutaways here. I got Jerrod right there, and Justin right there. Gooston
Yes.
with the double, the 2 dots above the U, like new metal.
It's umlauts.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that on the keyboard. Every now and then I'll look up how to do those cool little asterisks or thingies.
I think really hard about it. I used to. It's like
ASCII codes.
yes, ASCII codes. This is where we're going now. We're talking about fucking ASCII codes.
Dude, technology. Today, spent almost 2 hours figuring this stuff out. Just every episode I run into a different issue. And I'm an EMP. I think there's like ghosts inside my equipment that are fucking with me. That's what it feels like. It feels like something's like geared against me. It's like, nope, you're just not going to have audio. Just don't want you to have it. Not today.
I mean,
What these bitches want from a nigga?
But yeah. What's up, guys? We got okay, first off, let's I want to show you guys something because I was really excited about this. You guys have maybe already seen it, but those people out there that haven't, I want to show you guys these videos. I was really excited. The one and only Shaggy 2 Dope.
Find him and his fucking family. Let's eat the whole family. How much money you got?
Man, there are so many.
I got a phone bill to pay.
I can't keep up, man. There's so many. The Funbox Podcast. Love the show, guys. Shout out from Rob at the sloppiest podcast in town, the Funbox. All right.
The Sloppy Podcast.
Well, Drew.
I thought that was really cool. Gave us a shout out.
Nice shout out. Nice shout
I paid $5 for that.
dude, worth every penny.
Worth every penny, and I spent $5 more. They did a Would You Rather segment.
Much love.
the Fun Box Podcast again. Would you rather kill your pet or hit a button that kills a random person? All day, a button that kills a random person.
Yeah, absolutely.
No question, because I don't know
I don't
that
gotta see it.
motherfucker.
I don't, gotta
You ever had
hear
a
it.
family pet die?
It's fucking. It's a
The kids
It's
love,
a
everybody
it's a
love.
real fucking. It's
like
part of the family.
Right. So to me, that's like having a relative, like
Yeah.
a family member die. Then
Yeah.
Fuck you, I don't know you.
Yeah,
You die.
Exactly.
Don't sweat off my
No
back.
fucking ifs,
I don't
ands,
give
or
a
buts
fuck about some random asshole dying. I give a fuck about my pet.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky and you land on someone that wanted to die.
I'm gonna fucking send my pit bull out and have him chew up somebody and kill him.
There's your button.
There you go.
There's your fucking
That's what
button.
I would rather do.
Fun box.
Let's see.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
there you have
man.
it, guys. I was happy. It made me happy. I'm not even an ICP fan, but
I think there was a track on the Great Malenko about that, actually.
about you're killing your pet or a
I
random
have no
person.
idea.
I'm
That-
sure.
the Great Malenko was the only ICP reference I could think of.
Yeah, Riddlebox, Malenko. Maggie would used to love ICP, but
It doesn't go away.
Well, I know. Yeah, you could take the woman out of the carnival, but you can't take the carnival out of the woman.
She's just looking for a down-ass ninja?
Yeah. I'm a ninja. Do you think they use that word as like a replacement for the N-word?
Absolutely.
Is that what they
1000%.
did? Yeah.
For sure.
I actually thought about that like not that long ago. I was like, oh, that's what they're doing. What's up, my ninjas? I'm like, oh, it makes perfect sense now. Those guys, sneaky bastards.
I always thought you were into the Juggalo culture. Rob,
No,
growing
I
up.
had a lot of friends that were. I was never into it. I never went to a gathering. I just thought it was too armpit sweatiness. I mean, which I am that, but it's just too facial tattoo type. I don't know. I was a trailer trash kind of dude, but there's like a whole different level of like.
So were you like more like Pantera trash than ICP trash?
No, I was
or?
like Kid Rock trash. I would.
Okay.
Yeah, more like that.
I get down with that.
Yeah, it was because I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. It was like my first secular music that I got into that my mom didn't want me to hear, and then we got into the new metal, Limp Bizkit, all that stuff. Deftones. Well, I still love the Deftones, but there's a lot of that stuff I still love. I mean, like, you put on break stuff, and I'm just like,
It truly is just one of them days.
yeah, where you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked and everybody sucks.
Bitches want from a nigga.
Yeah. But this is why it's the sloppiest podcast. It is.
Dude, I'm into it.
Dude, there's no like path that I'm trying to lead. I really don't know. It's pretty much what this is like a way for me to connect with people that I don't connect with too often, and it gives me an opportunity to kind of do that and just have fun with people, and that's why I'm glad you guys came on. It's hard to get people on, dude. It is. It's like, dude, I've had people fucking like totally ghost me, like, and just don't answer my calls anymore because they know I'm like, all right, cool.
No, dude, it's hard. Like, for as much as I talk and ramble, I don't love the sound of my own voice as much as you would think based on conversations we've had over the last. Jesus Christ, Rob. When did we meet? Like 97?
Yeah. Do you still play the tuba?
I'm sure I can. I've never
You
owned
have
one.
Oh,
No,
you never
I
owned
don't.
it. It's a big instrument. It's probably real expensive too.
Yeah, I have a trombone, but I haven't played an instrument in a long time. My wife made me clean the basement over quarantine.
Yeah,
and I found a banjo and a bass guitar. I don't know where the banjo came from. I know I stole Jerrod's bass guitar a long time ago.
Yeah, that's my bass when we were idiots and thought we were going to learn how to play instruments. So
Yeah, we were going to be like a fucking Rat cover band in like 2002.
dude, I remember a moment, because you remember my brother Tom, right?
Yeah,
he played a pretty good trumpet, and him, you, Mr. Price, he conducted the. For those of you who don't know, we're talking super down home Vermilion towny shit that nobody else knows about. If you're some random like guy from like Ireland, you're not. There's a chance they could be listening. There's a possibility. We're from Vermilion, Ohio, Northern Ohio, in between Cleveland and Sandusky, Cedar Point. I would say
North Central, if you will.
Yeah. And Mr. Price conducted was the music guy, the music teacher, the marching band director. But him, you, my brother, and like 2 other people, I can't remember who it was, did like a caroling thing in the street. And it was snowing. It was beautiful. And I was a kid tagging along with my mom and my younger brother. And you guys were playing Christmas carols. And I will never forget that. I thought it was the most magical thing. You guys were just together making this great brass music, like a 5-piece. You remember that?
God, man, that was probably in like 96, 90. Yeah,
it was late 90s.
Was it?
Yeah, it was probably 97.
My God.
Something like
man,
that. I think you had like dyed hair or something like that.
Probably. That was. I have kids that work. Jesus, they're grown men, but they're fucking kids.
Right.
That are like between 21 and 24 that work for me. Some of which I've known since they.
That's wild. I did not know your kids were that old.
Not my children.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like, just I call them my kids because they're my fucking. They're
my kids, man.
The old intro keeps playing.
Are you? That's what's going on.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
All right.
Technology got us again. Thank you.
Media source 9. Oh, geez. That sucks. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Who knows? Sorry, guys.
What's done is done.
It's muted now. See, I couldn't hear that. But anyway. It's done. We talked about band stuff. You probably heard a little bit. They probably heard what we were talking about, but just being annoyed by the same. Anyway.
It's all. I don't even remember where I was going. Oh,
dude.
I
fucking paint the walls with my brains, man. Oh my God. Woo! This is the good podcast type shit, though. This is
dude, this is professional shit.
This is how. But I've seen like people that are like, they get like thousands and thousands of Patreon, people that are they make a living off of doing this kind of thing, and I'm like, wow, like I could probably pull this off, like wow, it's not that complicated. But let's refresh. We're gonna reset with the shot of whiskey here, guys. Cheers, everybody.
Jack Daniels, if you please.
There you go.
Knock me to my knees. You're the only
thank you, guys.
There has ever been. That didn't do me wrong.
All right, cool.
Fucking David.
We're gonna reset. So whatever. If you guys saw the visuals, Shaggy Two Dope gave us a shout out, and that was pretty cool for the Funbox podcast. If you're watching live, maybe I could pull up like a live thing so I could see people. That's one thing I need. Like, I could use like the double screen thing, but it's just hard. I haven't figured that out yet. There's a lot of weird things I haven't figured out yet. But yeah, I could. Okay, so it's only been Maggie that's commenting, so that's cool. That's good. Maybe we got lucky. But anyway, this does go on YouTube, and it goes on Spotify. And I'm with Jerrod Dewey, Justin Dewey. Jerrod, can you tell me how you got into hosting air guitar competitions?
Oh, we're getting right into it.
Yeah, let's get right into that.
I could probably just ramble for like the next 3 hours about
great.
guitar.
Because
you won't.
I just don't. It's such a unique thing to me, and I didn't realize how in depth it was until I did a little research before I did the judge the competition, and I was like, wow,
Rob, I feel like we need an additional reset because when was our air guitar competition? March.
March 14th.
In March, we had the Cleveland Air Guitar Championships.
Yeah.
In which the winner got to go to. Where did they get to go?
New York City.
New York. That's where I get my salsa. It's an old joke. Rob, a very talented their guitarist, as we call it.
I'm a chunky, strummy dude. Man, I suck. I should be better than I am. That's all I gotta say.
Was one of the judges, so we can hearken back to
yeah
how Jerrod began hosting the air guitar events.
Right.
I actually found out about this crazy world back in 2006. One of my roommates in college came stomping down the stairs and kicked my so excited he literally booted my door into my room and just started screaming, "There's this thing and we have to do it, and it's in Chicago. We have to go to Chicago." And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to pay for college. I was serious. Yeah. I was trying to go to engineering school, so I was just like, you're an idiot. Go to Chicago, do this stupid thing. And 3 years later, we were living together again in Denver, and he said, "You can't back out this time. Let's do this." And we just decided we were going to come up with a whole stage persona and everything on these ski trips we'd go on. We'd be on the road for an hour and a half driving up to the ski resort. So we just brainstorm, what the hell is this? I had never even watched a video of it. At this point, I just knew Bill and Ted's. I know air guitar from Bill and Ted's. They do the strumming and Wild Stallions. It's that's all I knew. So we came up with this persona, and I started performing, and I performed for 10 years, and I just started running out of ideas, and so because I ran out of ideas for performing, I decided that I would branch out on my own and start hosting the competitions, and that's where we came up with the Cleveland Air Guitar Championships.
That's awesome. Are you the only sector of the Cleveland Air Guitar? Are you the only Cleveland-based air guitar competition thing?
I don't want to get into it. There's this hack out there. calls himself an air guitarist. He makes plastic guitars that are clear acrylic.
Oh, okay. From Cleveland?
Yeah. I already said too much. I promoted him too much already.
All right. You don't want to give him any credit.
But
he doesn't even. He's dead, guys. He already died. He's dead. He drove into the lake, and he's dead.
Yes.
They haven't found his body.
They're gone.
They haven't found his body yet. Anyway,
I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah. That's crazy. That is it's so fun, guys. If you don't know this is air guitar competition, okay? And I don't know, do you know of any video I could look up to show these people anything? Is there a kind of a preview I could maybe do for these people?
Look up.
YouTube probably has some.
Oh yeah,
right?
there's air guitar videos everywhere.
Cleveland.
Look up US. Just look for World Air Guitar.
World Air Guitar. And
while you're looking for that, I can talk about. So you asked about Cleveland if we're the official. Well, yes. There's cities all over the country that partner with U.S. Air Guitar. We have to go through this whole licensing process and become the official regional for our area, and then they prevent others from trying to infringe on your air guitar competition. And then the winner of the U.S. Air Guitar Championship gets to go on to the World Air Guitar Championship in Oulu, Finland. So there's a partnership process where you can come to my little thing and you could potentially win yourself a trip to Finland.
Fucking America, guys. So it happens in America. Air guitar. You could do things and
you could pretend to be a musician and get yourself a trip to Finland.
Get yourself a trip to Finland. You could experience life and better than anybody by playing air guitar. Different things, opportunities will arrive by air guitar. But I'm going to play this is Matt Aristotle Burns. He's a USA Air Guitar World Championship, and it'll just give you so he's a contestant, I guess. I'm just gonna play this. Give
This
you guys
is
a little.
he's one of the best air guitarists in the entire world. I believe he's won the U.S. 3 times. I could look it up, but
Wow.
I think he's won the U.S. 3 times and he's won the world's twice. So, like, he's the creme de la creme of air guitarists.
All right. All right, let's try this out.
rises.
Let's try this out here. All right. There could only be
Folks,
one.
This next competitor, you all know him. You know him very, very, very well. He's managed to obtain the title of the greatest air guitarist for the last 2 consecutive years. That's a big feat. Yanni, I think you should have the pleasure of introducing this next air guitarist.
Come on. Well, it's called Aristotle.
You're close. Try again.
Aristotle.
Aristotle, ladies and gentlemen! Put your hands together for Aristotle. Your rating, air guitar.
Dude, that dude
world
looks like he would like get a whole crew to troll you on the internet. Like I wouldn't fuck with that guy ever. Especially if it came to an air guitar competition. I'm like, you probably got it. I just looking at you, I could tell. It's way more energy than I could ever. The airness.
Ladies and gentlemen, your rating,
There you
air
go.
guitar champion of the world, Aristotle.
As excited I get about air guitar, that man gets excited about
It's quite-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, dude, I bet. He looks. How old is that kid?
Oh, he's eternally 17.
Jesus.
Yeah, he does.
Dude, he looks
my
like
God.
like there's not like a nice way or a mean way, but that dude totally looks like he would fuck my shit up in a Magic the Gathering tournament.
Oh yeah.
While telling me about the last 3 times he saw Weezer live.
Yeah. And now he like finger banged a chick before once.
Just once.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. That's good. That's a little preview of kind of like what to expect at a competition. That girl that won that night that I judged brought it like so like, but everybody kind of brought it. Everybody did. It was a culture I'd never seen before. So guys, right now it's kind of this. I hate even talking about it, but because it's so like everybody knows. Oh yeah, everybody sees everybody in face masks, and we understand. Here's a funny little thing I didn't tell you guys. When I first got to the tavern in Lakewood to judge that competition, I met up with you, and you gave me an elbow bump.
Mm-hmm.
I had that. My brain totally forgot about the COVID thing, and I thought it was just an air guitar. Like
that was just how we did it. Air
Yeah,
guitar.
that's how we greet each other, yeah.
That's how we greet each other. In air
Actually,
guitar.
air guitar, like everyone I know in air guitar, we always greet each other with like the biggest hug because
Right.
it's just this really tight knit community of just people that like we see each other once a year normally at the
Right.
U.S. finals, and like we all just love each other. It's like the coolest community of people I've ever been in, and that's kind of why I've just stuck around. Is because it's just the people
Right.
The experience just being around those people, and that's actually a challenge that we've had with this, with the whole situation is it's a very personal type of event. Like you have to be there, you have to experience it. The crowd, like you get ramped up by the crowd, like just.
Well, like I don't know that it. I don't think it translates as well to video.
Yes,
yes. Like the first year, was that 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago, the first event we had, I'm trying to get all my friends to go, and everyone's like, dude, that sounds whack.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be a shitload of people on stage pretending to play guitar for a minute.
Well, yeah, you say it. It doesn't sound that interesting at all.
Yeah, it doesn't sound interesting at all.
Yeah.
But then you get someone there and they're like, holy shit, this is like interpretive dance, stand-up comedy, a little bit of pro wrestling, and
anything
all at the same time.
Kind of go, anything goes. Yeah, absolutely. Improv comedy.
Well, and the difference that we have to like an actual band or musician is they can get up there and play their guitar solo or whatever, and their hands move a couple inches here or there, and you experience it through sound. So that's something you can experience over the internet, over you plug on your headphones and you can, but this is such a visual experience that you have to be there, and you kind of like, you get a connection, like there's like a raw connection between you and the crowd while you're up on that stage that you just don't get if you're trying to broadcast that across the internet. And we actually, US Air Guitar tried to come up with a way to still do a US Air Guitar Championships this year, and we did a Twitch stream where anyone could submit their 60 seconds video, and they had a host and it was official, and it was a great show. Like the guys that ran it, the production was amazing, but I don't think that it necessarily translated to the people that are outside of our community. Like we got to see it as other air guitarists and enjoy it, but somebody that's never seen it before probably didn't feel that same experience because they weren't in the moment. Like,
right.
It's just a thing that you have to feel, that energy of the person on the stage where they're like, they're the physical embodiment of the music that they're playing. Like it's not just sound.
Yeah. It's you're dancing. I actually I'll play air guitar to songs that don't even have a guitar in it. But like a trumpet solo will come or something, and I'll be like, and I'll accidentally just like, oh, that's a trumpet. What am I doing? But yeah, like just being in a band, doing music. I've always been an introvert, and this is another reason why I do this right now is to open up myself and kind of like let the guests open me up. Like you guys are kind of helping me be just try to be a normal person. I might have Asperger's. Who knows? I've never been diagnosed. I could have a lot. I could have like weird issues I don't even know about. Because when you get, do you guys have a doctor? Do you guys go to doctors or anything like that?
Dude, I'm 40 in like 2 months and really need to go start getting my butthole looked at and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I haven't been.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go. I think I've heard people die of other things before pancreas, before what is it? The cancer, prostate cancer. Before prostate cancer kills them, and they'll like do a biopsy or autopsy on some people. This is all. This is the Fun Box Podcast. Don't take my word for any kind of like,
This is not a substitute for medical advice.
Yeah, no medical advice, guys. I've just heard on the internet, because it's got to be true, that most people die before prostate cancer kills them, and like a lot of men will die with a lot of cancer in their prostate and not even know about it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, man, shit, I'm just not going to get it checked out. But the reason why I ask is because a lot of times your doctor will get a briefing of who you are. If you get like a primary physician to look at you, they got to get a good background of who you are, and they'll ask you if you're depressed or if you've ever had suicidal thoughts, or this and that. I'm like, damn, like how many suicidal thoughts is too much? Like, is it?
This isn't every.
Like, it's not every day for me,
dude. I'm with you,
but I'm just saying. Like, I'm asking you guys, like, what's normal of like suicidal thoughts? I don't know. So like, I answered her. Obviously, I was okay. Like, I'm fine. They didn't prescribe me anything, but I'm like, I don't know, like existential crises, and I like thinking very like your own mortality. I mean, anything can happen, and I think about, you know, sometimes the world might be better if I just like, or I might be better. Like, I just get it over with. Like today, I wanted to blow my brains out with this damn, like, my audio feed wouldn't happen, dude. The beginning of this whole episode, kind of want to just take a nice warm bath with some razor blades, you know, and not really, but
yeah,
like. They ask you these questions. I'm like, I don't know where. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm happy most of the time, you know. No.
And I hope that's
normal
because like that's where I'm at. Like, for the most part, like, you know, I'm probably like a 6 or 7 out of 10 most days. But, you know, there's a lot of times where I'm just like, man.
Yeah, and it can come out of nowhere.
Being alive is fucking stupid.
It could come out of nowhere, and I have no reason to, like, there's nothing that happened in my life that's going to cause a depression or anything, and it just happens. And, like, you're just like, wow, I don't look forward to the next day anymore. Why is this? But at the same time, I'm not going to do anything about it. I don't know. It's just a weird thought. So when you're talking to a doctor, you just, I don't know whether I should bring that up or not. Should I bring that up?
Well, we're in a generation that has been just shit on pretty much our entire lives. Like, how many recessions have we lived through?
Right? Yeah. Like, we can't just graduate high school and go to Ford.
Dude, I totally thought I was.
We got out of high
school. Like, I was all in on.
I'm just gonna get an awesome fucking factory job.
Yeah, our entire lives, we were told that there's this great career in front of us. Like, and then we get out, and then 9/11 happens, and the economy goes to shit, and like, okay, then like, what, we were digging out of that for like 5 or 6 years, longer than that. then you know, like, things start to come back, and boom, it all goes to hell again. Like, and you know, now we're living through it again. Like, this,
dude, it took them 15 years to build another building.
Like, so what does our generation have to look forward to? It's kind of like ingrained in us to have this, like, just dread of every single day.
Yeah, I was watching Joe Rogan, like, a big name drop right there. I forget the guy he was talking to. He does a lot of exploration stuff. He went to every country you can think of. Traveled to he experimented the Congo. Talked to all these tribes. This tribe he talked to about, there's a lot of tribes out there you would think don't know anything about the United States or the civilized world. They do. I mean, there's a lot of crazy white people that go in there and talk to them, and feed them information about what's going on. And the whole people, they talk amongst themselves and talk about it, and they know what's going on in the world, and they just don't want to be a part of it. It's
dude,
they think
I don't want to be a part of it most of the time.
I know. They're like, people jump off of buildings to commit suicide? Like, what the fuck? Like, the concept of suicide in these kind of cultures is kind of wild, because the whole day is like prepping for your food to feed everybody in your, like, community, and then celebrate that you ate that day and you have a really good time, maybe get drunk, who knows. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they party like that, and go to bed, wake up, and do it again. And that's good enough.
Yeah, and realistically, that's kind of what we do now. But I got to go get this paper so my wife can go to the store. My paycheck gets direct deposited, and magically we have groceries.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
we had the electric bill gets paid and shit.
Dude, shrink wrapped ground beef is just, fuck yeah. Dude, I mean, that's what we got.
I don't know, like if you look out in your backyard, there's squirrels running around, and it looks like they're having a blast.
Yeah.
You know, just running around, chasing each other and shit. But realistically, they're, like, freaking out because the neighbor's dog's going to eat them. They got to hide all these acorns around the yard and shit. Like, they're probably just running around. They're not actually having fun. They're, like, a micro
But
hunter-gatherer.
That's where I think that depression probably comes from. It's like that idle time. It's like you could be running from something. You're not thinking about whether or not your mother-in-law is going to appreciate the way you're treating her daughter.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I'm just saying, maybe, I mean, that's a bad example. I'm sure everybody probably feels that if you're a human being, you care about other people's feelings. All I'm saying, whatever, make up a scenario. You're too busy worrying about super important shit than, you know, inconsequential things that
just grind on your brain for 10 years.
Yeah, like if humans that we grew up, we had to go like chase down this gazelle for dinner, or we weren't going to eat for the next month or whatever. Well, now we don't have to do that anymore.
So we've got time to think about
now our energy's like, we have all the energy. We don't need to exalt any energy. And it's all, not a name drop again, Joe Rogan talks about that again. It's like kind of to fight depression, the best thing you do. What do they say? Clean up your house, clean your car, do some work to fight depression. And that works. Go for a jog, because then your like weird endorphins or like chemicals in your brain start pumping through and through. And then you're like, well, I'm not thinking about, I got an idea. Everybody should eat a Carolina Reaper pepper if they get depressed.
Yo.
Dude, you feel so good after the pain goes away. You're like, why am I bitching about shit?
That's probably why I just love chicken wings so much. Just
hot wings?
Like hot wings, just
We're about that dad life now. Dads get bad on wing night.
Dude, man, I don't have children either, and that's another thing. I think maybe I should have had kids to have something to really live for, rather than constantly be like, what's my new hobby now?
That's a double-edged sword,
dude.
Like,
it's
my life is literally,
I want to put my kid's head underwater till the bubbles stop.
my life is literally like, wake up, scream at the children to get ready for school, eat your breakfast, get them on the bus. One of them is still at home with me in the morning. So scream at her to stop bothering me while I'm trying to work. I work from home. Get her on the bus. I get off work. You feed the children. You make sure that they're alive. You get them to bed. You go to bed because you're exhausted from the day. You wake up and you repeat.
Yeah.
Like, there's really not any time for yourself anymore at that point.
Well,
like, your whole existence is to keep these things alive.
Isn't that a good kind of like a good thing though, in a way?
Yeah. But also for context, how old are your children?
4 and 5.
Yeah, so you fired them out like within fucking 14 months of each other because you're a fucking maniac, and most people haven't seen your crazy eyes like I have, so they don't fucking know what happens when Jerrod gets tilted.
Oh shit.
I was given advice to have them close together because then you go through this like process once.
Yeah,
but it's not like just a little bit more work. It's like an exponential. So instead of like 1 + 1, it's more
doesn't
like
equal
2
2.
times
It's like
2 is 4. So like I have no idea
2
how
plus
our
2 is 4 also, you dingus.
I have no idea how our mother like raised us growing up. Like,
well, think about like
with 4 of us.
In
the same house?
I'm 39 years old. My son was born when I was 30. When I was born, our parents were 20 and 19? Dude, if I had a kid at 19 or 20 years old, I'd have been fucking divorced and in jail like over a fucking decade.
I couldn't even take care of myself at 19 years
old. Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like that was in like the olden days. That was in fucking 1980.
Yeah. It's weird that you see these like the way culture was like 50 years ago. It was or even longer than that. You see these pictures. I don't know why people wanted to look older, or they just did. Like mustaches were a thing in the 80s. Like, I want to look like I'm 40 at the age of 25. Like, but like it's like it seemed like people matured way faster back then.
Yeah,
Just seemed like,
look at a fucking 22-year-old in 2020 versus like a 22-year-old in like 1984.
Is he 80 working in a coal mine? No, he's actually 15.
Yeah,
he smokes cigars and.
To be fair, like if I could grow like a Tom Selleck or Rick Rude mustache, I wouldn't have all this other bullshit. It would just be that fucking hog.
Right. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what life is, man. What the meaning of life is to give life meaning, and I thought that was the best explanation.
Dude, that's totally fair. I like that a lot, actually.
And it was like, and it's kind of like, and I was telling Maggie earlier today, I was like, you know how people say, why do good things happen to bad people? And I hate that. I hate when people say that. It's like you think you're that good.
Yeah.
I'm not a good person. If you got into my brain, you're gonna be like, dude, this guy's a piece of shit. But I think it's this. It's like, let's say I'm doing good things, and then something bad happens. Imagine if I didn't do a lot of those good things, and then that same bad thing happened. I would have no resources to work with because everybody's like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have anybody to try to help me because it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody would want to put the step forward to do it. There might be God, this world's filled with great people. I mean, they'll help anybody, God, people, you could kill your whole family and still just get life in prison. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is, like, I think that's what it's for. It's like the universe or the cosmos is like made that happen. Like, that was going to happen regardless. That bad thing was going to happen, and the fact that you did these things made that bad thing not so bad.
It's almost like you're good karma. Yeah. Like, you were nice to this person on the street, and so then they went and gave a homeless person $5 because they felt better about themselves.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Yeah. So it's almost like it. Like, that's what karma is. Like, it's not some mystical force. It's just some kind of goodwill that we pass on to each other because, like, we're nice to each other and we try to be good people.
Yeah. And that's all it really boils down to. I think, I mean, obviously I have my faiths and things, but, it's actually a wonderful world. And since I have these thoughts, my doctor probably told me, you're fine. You don't need whatever Ritalin or whatever.
Drink more water and take a fucking multivitamin.
Yeah, actually, that's a good. Yeah.
Eat some fucking broccoli.
Actually, if
get some sun.
Drink water is a good thing, though. It is a good thing. Get some sun, vitamin D. If you are feeling a little weird, dude, drink some water. Stop eating fast food, and drink water. More water, and just maybe go for a run. Or, I don't know, whatever it is. But let's go to What's on Your Mind segment. We're going to review memes. That's what we do in this show. We review memes. So this is the What's on Your Mind segment, episode 40 edition. And here we go. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Boom. It's not the whole song, just the intro. I love this song. So socialized. The lyrics are written by Graham Patton. I got to give him credit. He did a parody he was sitting on his couch and he sent me along. He was like, "This is the Pixies. Where Is My Mind?" but Facebook edition, and this was a long time ago. And I was like, "Oh my god, it goes perfectly along with the song. This is amazing. You should be Weird Al Yankovic." And
how high was Graham when he wrote that? Though?
All the high, as high as you could be. But yeah, man. Facebook edition. What's on Your Mind? Episode 40 edition, number 10. We'll go to number 10 here. Where you at? Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, yeah, top 5 memes. Top 5 memes. Episode 40. E40. E40. It's a good rapper, by the way. Number 10. Claire Montgomery posted this. all this talk about big dick energy and small dick energy, why don't we stop and consider the possibilities of renewable dick energy? I like that. I missed the laughter button. Any thoughts on about renewable dick energy, guys?
This, again, as a man approaching 40 years old, I felt this was like a personal attack on me. Like I need to go see that doctor and get some pills so that I may have renewable dick energy.
yeah. They got Blue Chew now. Blue Chew is Viagra, but it's not Viagra. It's a gummy thing that you eat, and it makes your dick hard. And your doctor, you could get online. I'm not a fucking. There's no sponsorship here.
This is judgment-free zone, Rob.
There's no sponsorship here, but I'm about to go to the Blue Chew route.
When you listen to a podcast and they do that Blue Chew sponsorship,
Yeah,
gag, it's like the most awkward like moment of the podcast when they have to try to like act
It's
like
like,
it's
dude,
just
I-
a normal conversation.
I
but they're
totally
talking
don't
about
need
boner
this,
pills.
but you could
No,
get
everybody
this.
I always hear, it's like Kill Tony will do it, and the Legion of Skanks. I don't know if you guys know that, but I listened to them, and they're just like, "Fuck yeah, get your dick hard." I know a guy that just jerks off. He'll eat it and just jerk off with it. I'm just like, yeah, yep. I like it. Yeah, big dick energy is a thing. Santa Claus, I've heard Claire say Santa Claus has big dick energy, and yeah, I could see it totally. If you have a small dick, you got to have that big dick energy, and if you have it just don't. Yeah, a lot of what is it? You get a big truck or something, or you get a. What is the thing? It's like you get a fucking barbed wire tattoo. You get like a tribal tattoo. You wear a tap out shirt.
Yes, definitely.
Affliction. Oh, you have those.
Dude, I fucking forgot about Affliction.
Oh, if you want to see small dick energy, like you have to go out to Avon, drive through the parking lot of Cabela's, and look at all those trucks with all like the 100 bumper stickers on the back.
Yeah,
that's real small dick energy that they think is big dick energy.
Or like Bud Light, like they drink Bud Light.
Yeah.
Or
Are they making America great?
yeah.
Not to get political here.
They start fight. That's funny. I love it so much. Like I love how that is the go-to thing. It's like, it's almost like, what do you like? You could split the room. The split the room thing. Make America great. That's the one thing you like lay down on the fucking a group of people, and everybody's like, and then you have that one guy that's fuck yeah.
There's more. We're in Vermilion. There's way more than one.
There's way more than
Like,
one.
come on, man.
All right, number 9. Number 9. Man arrested for shooting at Seagull that took his funnel cake in Atlantic City, and I think he's the motherfucker of the fucking month.
What these bitches want from a nigga?
That man's a hero.
Yeah, he's a hero. I actually would, if I had a gun on me, and that happened, it would take every bit of like moral goodness inside of me to not shoot that
Not
seagull.
pop shots off at the seagull.
Oh, yeah,
with your
1000%.
fucking
Because you know there's probably, all I'm thinking, I'm in a scenario where I'm at the Lorain County Fair. There's probably kids around.
Dude, if you're at the Lorain County Fair and a seagull steals your funnel cake, somebody else will probably shoot it.
Yeah. Dude, I would have to really think about it. I'd be like, ugh.
Like, at the very least, I'm throwing something or pulling out a knife.
Yeah.
If I'm not packing, yeah.
Dude, funnel cakes are the shit.
My wife was actually was like, fuck, what the fuck did they arrest him for? It stole his funnel cake. Fuck a seagull. It's a fucking funnel cake. I'm
It's
like,
a funnel
honey.
cake. He waited in line for that.
Yeah,
like,
no
for
shit.
a while.
Where he's in Atlantic City, that funnel cake was probably fucking $12.50.
And
some bitch
yeah,
ass
that
seagull.
carny food only comes around so often. So like that's probably like his one funnel cake for like the whole season.
It's gonna be my own funnel cake for the whole season. I only have like one funnel cake a year.
It's like one a year.
Dude, and a seagull steals it, dude. It's on.
I didn't know if you know this or not.
Pop, pop.
But you can just like make pancake batter, but not as thick, in a fucking Kool-Aid pitcher, and just make your own funnel cake in the kitchen.
I know. Yeah.
It ain't the same.
It's not the same.
No, I mean
There's like some weird thing in the grease with the carny food. It's,
Yeah, dude, it's
because they've made like
100 of them.
1,000 funnel cakes in there, and there's just like
they probably
a
reuse
little
the
bit,
same oil the next year.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it keeps going. They just filter it and keep going. I know there's like a burger place that does that somewhere. They like have the same oil from like the 50s or something.
Dude, I think that's in Memphis.
Yeah?
It's like they haven't washed the pan that like the burgers
Yeah.
get cooked in since like 1952 or some weird shit.
That's the real deal right there.
That sounds like my cast iron skillet.
Rudy, yeah, well, that's mine. Yeah, I actually have mine. Mine's only in 2 years it'll be 10 years old, which isn't that. But it's still
It's pretty good,
It's getting
man.
seasoned. It's going. It's gonna. I'm gonna keep it my whole life. Rudy's Bar and Grill in Vermilion. Cha-ching. They have a cast iron grill. It's a gas stove, but the grill's cast iron. You could take one of their patties home and cook it yourself. It won't taste like a Rudy burger.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
agreed.
It just won't. Like that grill. I think it's like what they say. It's like I don't know. It's pretty old. It's like from the original build. I mean, it's been there forever.
Oh yeah.
Seasoned. Oh my god, guys.
We're gonna have to go get a burger after this, I think.
Number 8. 2020 is Bam Margera, and we're all just Phil trying to take a shit. Yes.
Do people outside of our generation get that joke?
Not too many. Well, I would say if you're born, you got to be like 10 years younger than us to not get it. I would think.
My son requested to watch the Jackass movie that I think that's from 3. That's the scene where Phil and April show up to a hotel and then Pontius is in a gorilla outfit smashing the fucking hotel room.
Oh, you know. Oh, yeah.
That tells you everything you need to know about our generation. That he has this
he knows the
memorized. You
episode.
can see from the still.
Dude, I have
Episode 39.
I have the DVD box set on heavy rotation at my house.
Dude, Jackass was Tom Green. Jackass
That
was
for better or for worse, that defined our like coming of age moments.
Oh, I related to all these people when Ryan Dunn died.
Dude, I legitimately cried.
Yeah, I was torn. WMMS made a joke the day he died, and that was before I would. Now I'm like calloused. I'll joke about my dead dad all day. You know, like I'm pretty calloused. Nothing offends me anymore. That's pretty much what it is. But the Archie Bunker thing, though, the world just offends me as a whole. But what was the joke they said? Ryan Dunn crashed the car right in Pennsylvania, and they go, "What is this stunt called? The drunk driver?" And I was like, "Damn." It just wasn't that funny.
That's the difference. If you're gonna make that joke about someone that just died, you need to fucking hit that ball out of the park.
Yeah,
man.
it's gotta
like,
be
you
good.
can't half-ass that joke.
Yeah.
Like you got to come with something better than that.
Yeah, and Tony Hinchcliffe did the Kobe Bryant joke the day it was like the helicopter was still smoking. They haven't even like found. They didn't even know who was all in the helicopter at the time, and he goes, "Oh my God, Kobe passed! I can't believe it." And I was like, "That's pretty good," because like if you don't know basketball, you won't. You're just like, "Oh, I can't believe it either." Wow, but they probably know Kobe.
Yeah, everyone. Everyone.
But if you know basketball, he doesn't pass the ball. No, I don't have one of those.
Yeah, I aired it, but couldn't vocalize the.
Number 7. If cocaine isn't this white, I don't want it. Oh yeah. There we go.
Is that fucking Flash Gordon in the center there?
I don't know who is that, dude. I never got the whole short. Any kind of pants where your bulge is showing. I guess I don't know. You have to really be comfortable with yourself, for sure. I was never that comfortable with myself. I always felt insignificant.
Dude,
like I'm not big enough.
Feel. But again, this generational thing.
Yeah.
We're from the 90s. I owned a lot
Baggy pants.
I owned a lot of Jinko jeans. I never owned a pair of Adidas Snap pants. I owned a lot of Jinko
one
jeans.
time, yeah.
And kids, like, I've got dudes that work for me now that are, like, in their early 20s, like 22 to 24, and they come into work with shorts on that are this long.
Yeah,
And I'm
way
like-
above the knee. Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah,
Like, this is not okay.
right.
And they're like-
Because they ride up when you sit down, they'll ride up, and
Oh, and then they're just like flexing their quads at work all day. I'm like, you weigh 155 pounds.
Yeah.
Stop it. Like, get out of here. What are
it
you
is-
doing?
I can't believe it came back. I thought for sure, like our generation was like, yeah, just cover
know-
yourself up. Just we're real slouchy people. I'm a slouchy guy, but like, we're not all like. If you're gonna make a style, don't make a style that completely caters to people that are in shape. Like,
Yeah, fuck them.
fuck them.
It's like,
I don't care about fucking quads and thigh fucking crunch and like squats.
this guy works out. He's got a gym in his basement.
But that's fine. All I'm saying is like, it's actually great to work out. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
just.
I wish I
as
had the
far
energy
as like
for it.
the style catering to
Yes.
all the great bodies.
Oh,
Like
like
95% of the population should not do that.
There's no way we're gonna be able. I'm just saying.
Like, I'll take my shirt off right now. Like, it's not like it's better than it used to be, but it ain't great.
In our day, it was like the hot girl you didn't know was hot because she was wearing baggy clothes, and it was like, God, that's what I loved. I was like, oh yeah, that was like
There's
oh,
some
look,
mystery there.
Her face was enough. It was just like, and just her, what do you call it? Aesthetics. What do you call it? I don't know. Just vibe. That maybe the way she painted her nails, or the way she carried her stuff, or the way she just walked.
Yeah, you
whatever
knew there was something
Yeah.
under those Adidas track pants.
Yeah, or those giant woolly mammoth fucking.
Dude, I had the ones with the fucking elephant embroidered on them.
Everybody looks like they're floating.
Yeah.
They're like they have like
You
the
don't
roller
actu-
thing, the roller wheels on the back of their fucking wheels on their.
Who the fuck did that? Somebody we know went to Toys R Us. Like, I had to drive them to Toys R Us. I didn't know I was driving them to Toys R Us to steal the shoes that had the rollerblade wheels that folded out of the bottom of them. This was pre-Heelys. It was pre-Heelys. You had a front wheel too. So they took their shoes off and put them in the box and put it on the shelf at Toys R Us and put these shoes on, and their jeans were so big that you couldn't tell they were skating through the hallway at high school. It just legitimately looked like they were a goddamn vampire
like they're
hovering
just
down the
gliding
hallway.
like the Undertaker.
Yeah, dude. It was some real shit.
If you go backwards in like rollerblades in those though,
You're just gonna eat shit. Just get later, man.
I did some fruit boot in my day. I actually had a pair Sean Perry. I learned how to rollerblade in a pair of Sean Perry's rollerblades. If he's not gonna watch this.
No, he's not. He's filming a country music video as we speak.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
okay, good for him. Right, number 6, I think. Here we go, number 6. Oh god, look. Oh god, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse tracker at? There we go. Number 6, I believe. The 3 stages of adrenochrome withdrawal. Dude, all right. What is adrenochrome?
That is an unknown.
Just adrenaline, like a drug you take to make you like pumped up.
Jared, Google that shit.
Oh, we're gonna have to Google this to find out because I
Is
don't
that-
know what that is either.
Is that Hillary, Carol Baskins, fucking Carol Baskins?
Yeah, it's Hillary, and then Carol Baskins, and then that chick that was defending her
yeah, she has-
property with that one dude.
Yeah, very poor trigger discipline, by the way.
Oh, look at her finger.
She's gonna fucking kill someone.
She's gonna fucking shoot somebody.
I'm legitimately surprised she didn't.
Dude, here's the 3 first rules of gun discipline. Keep your finger off the fucking trigger. Keep your
Mouse out of the
finger
house.
off the motherfucking trigger. Keep your goddamn finger off the goddamn motherfucking trigger. That's the
Right.
first 3 rules.
Yeah, that's before you've even like checked to see if it's loaded or
Yeah.
cleaned the
And
gun.
then rule
or-
number 4 is don't point it at anyone that you
Yeah.
don't plan to shoot.
Just don't exactly.
So adrenochrome is a chemical compound in the molecular formula, whatever, produced by the oxidation of adrenaline. And it's a derivative of a hemostatic medication. I don't know. It's something about when you have adrenochrome. I'm trying to read this Wikipedia as quickly as I can, but something about it makes your eyes, when you're deficient, it makes your eyes kind of bulge out.
Okay. Got it. Dude, that middle one, Carol Baskins looked like she got the fucking spice in fucking Dune.
The spice is life.
All right.
Like, am I off on that eye color there? Or was that, like, somewhat accurate?
Oh,
I know you're a big fan of
I'm
Dune.
not a Dune
Oh,
guy.
I
don't
cannot
know much
wait
about
until
Dune.
the Dune remake. I tried to convince my wife a couple of months ago to watch Dune. I was just trying to convince her that it was some other movie because I wanted to sit and watch the 80s Dune movie. I wanted to see Sting in that horrible
Sting
performance.
from WW.
No, the singer. He's
the singer.
He's in the Dune movie, yeah.
I forgot Sting was in
I
that
was going to
movie.
say the regular
Either
Sting.
one is totally plausible.
yeah, that's what I mean. I was just.
It's an awful rendition of the book. Like, but
I'm not.
I just wanted to sit and watch a terrible movie, and I could not convince her that it was like a World War II like movie or something like.
Wait, did you think you were going to be like, dude, this is totally Lawrence of Arabia?
Yeah, like that's what I was trying for.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
That's a
Dude.
long ass movie to trick your wife into watching too. That's like if I tried to trick my wife always tries to trick me into like my wife and kid will be like, yeah, it's movie night. I'm like, okay, it's 8:45. What are we gonna watch at 8:45 at night? That's movie night. They think they're just gonna slide a fucking Infinity War in at 8. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Oh
Like
yeah.
I'm an old goddamn man. I gotta get enough sleep.
Yeah.
We cannot fucking watch Infinity War.
Infinity War. It's got to be like a
9
quick
p.m.
comedy, like snippet, like boom, an hour and a half tops.
See that's my trick is that like if I can get something going at like 9:00 that I know she's gonna tune out at 9:30 and just like I'm gonna go to bed. Like that means I can stay up till like 1 a.m. watching Dune and Ancient Aliens by
Dude.
myself while I
Let's
drink
wait
whiskey and she sleeps.
Right.
And that's like the me. That's the only time that I can get.
Right.
Dude,
to
I'm
myself.
usually on YouTube videos on my iPad while my son goes to bed. I pop into the room and I'm like, all right, I'm about to fucking blow this pussy up.
Right. Yes. Yes, sir.
Crawl in, weasel up next to my wife, try to kiss her, try to like touch her ear or like whatever I can get a hold of. Occasionally, things play out in my favor. Most of the time, I look over and she's like balls deep in a Law and Order SVU marathon. Like no one's getting laid when Law and Order SVU is on. It's just my wife only watches programming about women being raped and murdered.
Right. I don't want. Yeah, on date night, don't watch the movie Kids.
I'd probably have a better shot of getting laid if she was watching
Probably,
Kids
yeah.
than watching fucking
The first 48. It's like I just don't understand. Like, why do they talk? Like, why did they could have just said no. I don't know what's going on, and now he's going to jail forever. And
dude,
just don't say anything. Keep lying. That's all you gotta do. It's like, oh, case closed. We don't know who did it. All right. Number five. Okay, here we go. Number 5. Women be lying for no reason. And then he grabbed me by the neck. Oh, man.
what?
She don't have a neck.
Well, I mean, yes.
That's the joke, I guess. I mean,
She looks like a fucking Batman the Animated Series villain.
It is a...
For fuck's sake.
And then he grabbed me by the neck. I wonder, is that her actual caption of the show? I'm thinking maybe that's why they made the meme. Maybe she actually said that. It's like, no, No, he didn't
No,
grab
he
you.
absolutely did not.
He absolutely did not grab
You probably
you by the
have
neck.
to know what that's from.
Yeah.
To really fully understand
Like
what is happening here.
dude, I understand like the sentiment behind the meme.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I'm like really trying to wrap my brain around the picture of the like. I don't want to be mean and be like, "Yo, what's up? This bitch is fat as fuck." But like,
well, it's not even like. Well, she's kind of like the regular old overweight woman, but her neck just don't like it's not there.
Jesus,
it's all genetics. It's just bad genes. Bad genes. Get better genes next time. You know, try again.
See, I don't like making fun of people's appearance because I feel like I look like an idiot all the time anyway. Like, that's that karma thing that we were talking about earlier. Like, I don't. Like,
good for you because I actually hate myself as well. I'm literally yeah, I hate myself, guys.
Dude.
So actually, this woman, God bless her heart.
Rob, I feel like we should hang out more often, man. Like we're hitting this wavelength that like, dude, I got out of the shower today and I'm looking at myself in the mirror like I'm a disgusting fucking hairy ass goddamn pimple.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what the.
It was like who's the better half, me or Maggie? It's got to be it's got to be Maggie because she's got a. I look in the mirror at my disgusting weird like hair crawl. It's not even like I'm not hairy, but it's like creepy hair.
Hair in places that doesn't make sense for it to be,
and it's just pasty. Ugh. It just like top heavy and like gross. Dude. And then I look at her beautiful naked body, and I'm like, wow. I have way better standards than her. Who's the better half? I don't know. I don't know. My standards are pretty high, and her standards are obviously not that high. Clearly. No, just women in general. Their standards, I don't know.
I got in.
You have to have something. I don't know what it is.
A couple years ago, I was talking about, I think this came up earlier when I used to dye my hair in the 90s. I was talking about dyeing my hair like purple or like doing something goofy again, and my wife just shit on it. She's like, "You're not doing that." I'm like, "I know how. Like, we have half the products that I need to do it in the fucking bathroom. Like, I can just bleach my hair blonde, get some weird pink shit. It'll be cool." She's like, no, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, why? Because I'm a fucking adult now? Like, I'm a fucking adult. I can do whatever I want. And she looked at me in the eye, like dead ass.
Yeah.
Like, took me by the hand and looked me in the eye and said, I'm like, because I used to do that and you liked it. She took me by the hand, looked me square in the eye and was like, that's back when you were young and cute.
Right. Dude, you know what women are doing to these people?
Fuck my shit up.
To us nowadays, they're saying, like, luckily Maggie's young at heart. Like I said, she was a juggalette, so I got lucky. If anything, I'm like, you look like a teacher. Like, what are you doing? Why are you dressed like that? But no, we're together for 8 years, or going on 9 years now, and yeah, it's that when she shoots something down, I feel so like, you're right.
And you don't.
Like, my hopes and dreams are gone.
Like, you don't want to tell her she's right, but you know that she is, but you still want to hold out hope that, like, dude, I'm a fucking badass still.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking goddamn indestructible.
Everything's good.
I'm fucking young and good looking still. Like, this isn't. There aren't gray hairs in this beard.
I could kick. I could dance. Kind of, or I could shimmy. I don't know, whatever the fuck you people do that are have energy and positivity and love life.
This is idiots.
Goddamn idiots. All right, number 4. I don't know what number I'm on. Jewish hospital. Oh shit. Oh, I know this one.
Is this because of the chimney?
Yeah, it's smoke.
Oh, man.
Ooh. Oh. Where's the sad trombone? There we go.
I feel like in the early 2000s, this would be fucking hysterical.
Oh, dude.
Like, this is a very...
These are the top memes that are voted on, like, the most likes in
Well, right
the channel,
now,
right?
what we did this time was, these 5 of them are I went blind on. 5 of them are from Holland, are the beard. One of my, and this is one of them. These are wild card, like throw them in just to spice things up.
Well, I was about to say, like, this is the perfect representation of all the idiots that we grew up with.
Yeah.
It's like how many horrible people we grew up around.
Jewish hospital. But, I mean, that's the joke. I mean, we gotta, that is the joke. The joke is, Jerrod, here's what's happening. They're cooking. They're cooking really dark meat. Like, or, on a grill. You see black smoke is like a real fiery furnace of a fire,
Yeah.
That's what's happening, right?
We all took that fucking 8th grade trip to D.C. to go to the Holocaust Museum, didn't we?
I didn't do it.
You didn't get to go?
I didn't get to go.
Dude.
I'm poor.
Dude, Jeffield, we ate government cheese as kids. People don't know that because our dad has that store in town.
Oh, yeah, the Dewey Furniture store, yeah.
I ain't doing a fucking commercial for that shit.
I'm glad I didn't start talking about Dewey Furniture the first.
Thank you. I apologize for bringing it up. The people don't know. We had goddamn government cheese when we were kids.
Yeah,
like
we did
our parents got divorced when we were wee pups, and yeah.
But here's the thing about that kind of like lifestyle, like people that are raised in certain things. Like I was raised like our water heater, like in our trail. I mean, in a sense, I look back at my past and I'm thinking, why did you guys have kids? It's like,
yes,
what? Like you guys didn't have enough money to
for
have
yourselves,
kids.
let alone
let alone kids. So it's like I went beyond that. I've grown up and I'm maturing and I'm like learning about love and life and that money isn't everything.
Yeah,
I'm trying to learn that.
Dude,
money isn't everything, guys.
It's not, but I totally want to start making midlife crisis purchases pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like, I want a fucking convertible and a lot of fucking Pabst. Basically, a convertible and a lot of Pabst tall boys that I'm going to drink while driving it around.
See, that's where I'm at, too. But, like, I'll buy, like, a $9 Funko doll, stupid fucking pro wrestling doll, and I'll get like harassed about it by my wife afterwards. Why do you buy that? Because she's looking at the credit card statements every day.
Yeah. That's actually a really good thing. A lot of the people that are like successful, or not successful, just like better at money management, look at things like that. They, I was in a band with people. I was 25. Everybody, Mr. Show. I was in a band with Mr. Show. Everybody was 25 years older than I was. And they were so tightwad. So tightwad. I was like, fuck it, let's go, baby. And they're like, oh, that's too much money. And I'm like, you have a fucking house and this and that. And they're like, that's just how they live.
Yeah. But like, dude, I remember when I got my first credit card, I was fucking making it rain. I didn't do anything cool. I don't have anything to show for those days. Like, it's different when you're a kid and you don't have kids and you don't have like bills.
Yeah, they wanted to spend the money on like more production quality of like recordings and like things like when it came to the band. And I'm like, I don't have that money to spend
because I fucking party.
Because I fucking party, baby. I gotta buy this bottle for this episode. I got things. I got this camera. Actually, this is a new camera that's pointing on me. Sorry, guys. I got the best camera in the house tonight.
I mean,
it's more high def than your guys' cameras.
That's probably for the fucking better, honestly.
I got me, Jerrod, Justin, Jerrod, Beckett, Justin, and
Dude,
all three.
I've been using these weird exfoliating scrubs that my wife puts in the shower. I don't think she puts them there for me to use. I think that she puts them there for her because, like, I believe that all women, no matter how beautiful they are, every woman inside, like when we were talking about like having suicidal thoughts earlier, like I think dudes have suicidal thoughts. Women all believe that they are fucking gargoyles and that they need to spend a lot of money on like cleansing and beautification products, whether they actually do or not. And then me, I'm just like, oh, there's this like skin exfoliating stuff that's supposed to make you look young. I'm gonna scrub my boner with that, so my wife will be like, "Oh my god,
It's so smooth.
I need it." Yeah,
Shiny. I could see every little crevice of the vein, like dimensions. Yes.
maybe, now that you put it that way, I don't think I should use it anymore.
But that's what happens. It gets way more defined, and it looks more It's like
really like I yeah, dude. I gotta have like some showroom
it's like
sheen on
it's
that
like
bitch.
It's like Iggy Pop's arm. With all
The undisputed heavyweight champion of fucking rock and roll, Iggy Pop. I would be proud to have his arm as my boner.
like the veins are just protruding out. Just this is where you stick the needle if I wanted to, but I'm clean.
Where I used to stick the needle.
Yeah, and pick a spot.
And again, like somehow at work, I've started hiring. Like I hired one dude. I'm not gonna call him out, but he's somebody I've known since he was like 10 years old. He was strung out when he got out of jail and got clean. I was his first job. Well, second job. The first one didn't work out so well.
What was the job? What was the job?
What?
Okay, go ahead.
He worked at the family business.
Okay, the family business.
He worked at the family business in our warehouse. He went back to his family's business and then got me to hire somebody from the halfway house he lives in. The sober house. Not halfway house, sober house, whatever the fuck you call them now. So I've started essentially like we're turning into this weird like second chance place where like I'm hiring people that just got clean. And it's a really fucking weird world to like joke around about like, oh, shooting up, fucking smoking rocks and shit. But like I have a dude that worked for me that like was like balls deep in all of that shit like in fucking like 4 months ago. Like he's just recently
clean.
Yeah. Like it's again, maybe it's just 2020, maybe we're getting old, maybe like we're being more like nice and politically correct, but it's really sometimes I feel awkward like talking shit. Like fucking just shoot right under your do it Perry Saturn style, under your tongue so there's no track marks.
I've heard of people like putting like shit in their eyeballs. Like, dude, there's so many ways to get high.
We had a
so amazing. The world, it's like the world is your oyster when it comes to drugs.
We had a 40-minute conversation about crocodile the other day at work. Do you remember that drug? It fucking made people's like skin turn green and rot off.
Yeah.
It's like gasoline and meth.
That's what
and
I want to do.
Inject it.
Oh man, it must be a great drug if it that's the outcome, and they're like, yeah, I'm doing that.
If the state of Florida was something you could inject into your body.
Yeah, state of Florida, dude, Florida man. All right, we got to go back to the segment. Go back to the segment. Number, I don't even know what number we're on anymore.
3.
This is what always happens with the segment. We get sidetracked, but that's the point. That's the point of it.
This stuff gives me the burps.
Number whatever. Hentai artist, borderline child pornography, slap. She is actually a 1,000-year-old goddess.
I feel like I have to just walk away at this point.
Do you know anything about Lolitas or like the hentai thing? Do you know anything about it?
I am not into it. We have a mutual friend that is really into like
He's deep in the hentai
anime
game.
and hentai and stuff. So he shares a lot of those memes on Facebook and
he sent me one day.
This is pretty close to home for
He sent me one day that was like the most beautifully animated and like well hand drawn cartoon of a naked man. Like I think he was tied up and there was a guy wearing a business suit putting like there was a beautifully detailed animated ear of sweet corn up this guy's butthole. Like, why do you have this?
But he was of age. right?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Dude,
Of
Japan's
age.
Japan's a weird goddamn place.
They're always of age, right?
Yeah, clearly. Must have been. I didn't check his ID.
But the artists, but they do. There's a weird thing about it. It's like this kink, whatever it is, dude. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a Lolita thing. That's what I've learned. It's called Lolita.
It's really fucking weird and like. It made me like.
But in the story, she's 1,000 years old.
Yeah, but it's
she's
still
like
really goddamn weird.
Timeless. Yeah. That's how they get away with it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's still one of those things like.
Well, anywho, moving forward, number whatever. Hey, UPS, your driver left this package under our doorknob like this and trapped us in our apartment. Had to call maintenance to get it out. Next time, order a shorter dildo, Jessica. All right, anybody listening, when it comes to the What's on Your Mind segment, anybody on Spotify, we apologize. You're going to have to go to YouTube for these references. It's a tall box that's lodged underneath one of those handle-type door handle things. And the person that's receiving the package will not be able to get it. They're locked inside, pretty much, essentially. Or they, essentially. I mean, that's kind of a predicament right there. Like, fuck.
Dude.
Jeff Bezos, fix that. Fix that.
I think I've actually seen that dildo before.
Dude, the guy that all right, everybody that's listening, in Northern Ohio, we have a shop called the Adult Mart. And the Adult Mart is very infamous. I don't know if you know the story, but back in the day, back like 10 plus years ago.
This is the way like the dude crashed a truck through it and stole a dildo?
That was a joke on like late night television. And they used that as a joke. And
that was some real... Dude, that's only like 3 minutes from my house.
And he did it to retrieve a giant dildo. That's what he left with.
I mean, I don't know what else you're going to take from there.
Well, there's a lot of things you could take, like these
now. I mean, you could take the fucking cash register for fuck's sake.
Yeah, right now.
Nope.
Right now,
giant dildo.
You know what they got? They have, since technology is so great, they have these little things. You could get your girlfriend like a vibrating thing, and from anywhere in the world, you could get this app on your phone and just trigger it at any moment. You could be like on vacation, like I got to go on a business trip, and then you're on like you get to where you're going, you're like, I'm gonna play with my wife, and then her thing starts to go burp, 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 and then you can play music, or like whatever. They have the other thing with Future, the rapper, does these reviews on these new like products, and this porn star was like promoting this product, and it was the woman or man, whatever. If you're like phallic shaped things, whatever. You could be a woman or a man. I mean, anybody could like a phallic, but anyway, typically the woman has a phallic shaped object, and the man has a machine that's a vagina. So and they're synced up through online internet.
Dude, I know what you're talking about.
So anything you do to the phallic, the vagina, mechanical vagina for the man, which is way more expensive than a phallic thing.
Yeah.
Will move with what your hand is doing to the phallic.
Yeah. So like essentially, like you could get a hand job from like another continent.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. And you could FaceTime or something while it happens. So it's like you could have sex with somebody from another continent.
Dude, I remember like trying to convince my old lady that she should let me take like a nude Polaroid of her or some shit. I couldn't even get her to fucking do that in the 90s.
Oh, Polaroids. Wow.
Dude.
Showing your age.
That actually reminds me, there's an awesome show on Vice called The Expensivest with 2 Chainz, and he just gets really high, and does like rich people things.
Yeah.
And
Does
one
he
of
buy
the things
dildos?
they did was they like visited a sex shop.
Yeah.
And like
That's a rich person thing for
yeah,
sure.
like got the sex toys that you could like they cost like $1 million
Yeah.
that you can like have sex with your wife from
Dude,
3,000 miles away.
I remember.
Right.
Do you remember?
Maybe it was 2 Chainz. Maybe I'm thinking about the same thing. Who knows?
Dude, they're.
I was thinking Future, but
Yeah.
you know they all look alike. You know.
Oh God damn it, Rob.
But the sex industry really is it's on par with Disney.
Yeah.
From what I've understood about the
I mean,
sex industry.
I don't know personally, but you know.
Personally, yeah, I don't know anybody that's crunching numbers for Pornhub, but I know that.
Well, I mean, like everyone's on fucking quarantine. They're just at home jacking off.
Sure, if you're 13 years old, you're.
Well,
it's
yeah.
the beginning thing. It is humanity in a sense. That is like natural humanity. All right, check it out. All right, here we go. Back in our day, you guys know about computers. Virus protection was real low.
Yeah.
Everything was new. So you download the wrong thing. Next thing you know, all your icons are dildos, and your mom is like, "What the fuck?" My pastor or my youth leader of my church gave us a computer, and me and my brothers got it, and I was like 14, 15, and we're all 2 years apart. So Tom's 16, I'm 14, 12. You know, and you have it for like a year is enough for like everybody to kind of like, I don't know. There's like a point to where like we're all 2 years apart to where everybody
has jerked off in front of this thing.
But like everybody's tried to look at something, you know, or like download, you know.
You've all hit that point in your like
we're not,
maturation.
We're not
process.
too savvy on like deleting things.
The history file is still there.
Yeah, we don't understand that yet.
Yeah,
and
private browsing wasn't a thing.
He had the thing I hate about that guy is like, why did you fucking say anything to my mom? Well, what he did, he told my mom, well, a lot of things your computer's running slow because it's like there's like these files that are building up, and
you got to delete those browser cookies, man. We didn't know about that.
Yeah, we
back
didn't
then.
know about that, and they're building up, and you have to and this and that. Pretty much telling my mom exactly what's going on, and my mom was like, "There's no way my baby boys, you know, are you know,
my little angels aren't jacking off on the internet.
There's no way we're doing that." And he's like, luckily for him, he's like, listen, I'd be more worried if they weren't, and it kind of eased my mom. And I'm still to this day, I'm like, why'd you fucking say anything? You had the ability to just like squash it and erase it.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to say anything?
You fucking narc. Why'd you have to tell mom?
Yeah. Why'd you have to tell my mom? My youth pastor told my mom that we were looking at porn. Dude, I will, dude, all I gotta say.
I mean,
dude, I was into black chicks at the time.
I mean
there was like, imagine your mom, like, I don't know, like, honestly, they didn't have it, but now I think it's like we're conditioned. If my kid and I knew she was looking at fat ass black bitches, I want to be like, yes, thank God. I want to be so thankful that
like, stay fucking woke.
Yeah, just like, well, just at the same time, just like, you know, he's not asexual, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
just everybody could just hope that
you kind of it's.
Well, my Archie Bunker's coming in. Everybody could just hope that he, like my son is a
virile young man,
young man that loves the snatch. You know,
yeah.
He wants to engage with the. He wants to procreate.
You're gonna have grandchildren
You're gonna
someday.
have grandchildren. Exactly. That's all. That's it. You know.
But I mean, if he likes to look at dudes, that's fine too.
That's
I mean,
fine too.
no judgment here. Maybe someday my kid's gonna look at dudes the way I look at chicks.
It's inclusive,
and I'm still gonna love him. He's still gonna be my boy. It's whatever, man.
It's an inclusive world, especially on the Fun Box, guys. It's inclusive. We accept all types. I don't care what you look at on the internet. Number whatever. Are we on it? Are we on it again?
Number one.
Oh shit. I don't want to. Oh yeah, here we go. This has got to be number one. Yeah, this is number one. Oh my god. I kind of blows it up when your dick is so good and you can't get her to do anything. Bitch, go fry me some cereal. Maggie posted this. This is the woman I'm in a relationship with. This is what I'm talking about right here, guys.
See, I'm an avid poster and reader of that Facebook group, and like this is like the most Maggie meme that I've seen.
Well, the funny thing about it, women are owning that group. Every time a dude posts something, it's like
nothing happens.
It's like nothing happened, but a chick posts it.
Yeah,
even
it's like Maggie and Claire are just dominating fucking dojo. It's like, for fuck's sake, if I knew you guys were that funny during when we were young, I'd have talked to you when we were in high school, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Dude, I love the veins on SpongeBob's dick.
Like,
That's the only time you'll ever hear me say that is I love the veins on SpongeBob's dick right there.
I don't know, like...
I love the artistry. I love the whole thing.
Something about this, I really expected SpongeBob to have a bush. Maybe just a little. Not like me, but like something.
Some, just barnacles.
I wasn't expecting clean, like freshly shaven SpongeBob junk. But like, again, this harkens back to our renewable dick energy conversation from earlier.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Oh my god.
Oh man. That was like my second favorite fucking music video as a child.
Oh yeah.
My top two were both Van Halen.
Oh, but yeah, that was what's on your mind, guys.
All right.
What's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Yeah, we're almost 2 hours now, so I think we could call it quits.
I gotta go. I gotta jump back to something real quick.
Yeah, you're fine.
When we were talking about the fucking dildo, that goddamn you play music through or fuck with your phone and.
Oh, yeah.
Van Halen reminded me, it's like, what's going to happen if I buy that thing for my old lady and she actually, like, puts it in her snatch, and then I just play the beginning of Hot for Teacher?
There's a lot of rumble, like, with the heavy rock music, there's a lot of...
Yeah, like, she's just going to fucking explode?
Yeah. You probably shouldn't do that one. Should probably go soft and go... I got 5 on it by the Loonies.
Okay.
Tweak it. It's like bum. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I feel you.
Don't go right out of the gate.
Don't go all in like that.
Yeah.
Because I might need to fucking like buy a new mattress.
Mm-hmm.
Or
that's how it is.
What these bitches want from a nigga.
But yeah, guys, dude, I can't thank you guys enough for doing this. I know it's like you're like, what did we do? You're like, what did we do? We came here and just bullshitted about absolutely nothing. Well, the thing about it is that it's a podcast. It's the realest thing that you could do. It's being yourself in front of microphones, and that is what. That's like the craze right now. It's it's actually really entertaining. Sometimes I'll listen back to episodes at work, and I'm like, man, this is really funny, and it's good. It's good for everybody. It's good for the whole family. Well, not everybody, but
at the very least, for those like here at the table, I find that this kind of thing is somewhat therapeutic. We get to get things out. We get to talk about things that we wouldn't necessarily talk about.
This is, like I said, this is therapy for me to... I'm essentially an introvert. And like this, and if I want to do an open mic stand-up comedy or something, or even if I suck at it, it's just pushing myself into these situations to... I don't know, engage with people.
You're trying to force yourself to grow.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do.
Kind of take it full circle back when you asked me how I got into air guitar is I was beginning my professional career. I was doing having to host these meetings in front of like chief information officers and like these executives. And it was kind of like that was my way to jump into the pond and just like force myself to be comfortable being in front of people,
to be more outgoing. And and with air guitar, you can do it. You're not like I'm not Justin Dewey on stage. You're not Jerrod Dewey on stage. Right. You're Dick Diesel and I'm Thrash Can Willie, respectively. And it gives you a way to be up there.
You can kind of feel
incognito.
Right, you can
if
feel
you will.
comfortable in front of people in a situation you wouldn't normally.
And if you do good, that's great. If
Right.
you don't, well, they don't. It's not that they hate me; they don't like this character I'm portraying.
Right.
And you can then tweak that character. Like who you are is just who you are.
Very interesting to think that way, because with stand-up, it's the most mortifying.
Dude,
it's almost like sadistic the way I do it. If you guys were me in my head, it is the most, to me, the most terrifying thing to do.
Dude, it's fucking horrifying. Like I couldn't imagine. Like it's hard enough to like for me to go up on stage and air guitar for a couple minutes a night.
I haven't done it much. I've only done it a handful of times.
I mean,
but it's like
when it's
still
just you on like and like a when you or I are performing an air guitar performance, we're like I'm not projecting my voice. I'm doing things.
But you're projecting your personality.
I'm projecting my
personality. And that's one of the things with if you're looking to get into stand up, it's just finding that little piece of your personality that you feel comfortable projecting.
Right.
And my first year performing, I got on stage and I literally stared at my shoes and just played like I was playing an actual guitar to the song. And that was exactly what one of the judges said was it looks like you know how to play guitar, so you just play guitar.
You're right.
Where you have to find that aspect of your personality. It's like pro wrestling. You find that aspect of your personality that you can amplify.
Like I was more comfortable judging that competition than actually being in the competition. There's no way I could actually be in that competition. I could actually see it as a guy that's just like, like the Simon Cowell. He has no idea
and
about
maybe
music.
That's
but
your
like,
maybe that's that piece of your personality that you can amplify.
Yeah, I don't. I'd have to like.
One thing I was really psyched. For those of you who don't know, if you have a U.S. air guitar event, like you have a U.S. air guitar licensed sanctioned event, you are contractually obligated to end that performance, that show, with Freebird. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You are contractually obligated for that show to end with the song Freebird.
The 15-minute live version.
The 15-minute goddamn live version of Freebird. Everyone that has performed that night is on stage. Anyone that was in the crowd that wants to come on stage can. That's a great way to be like, dude, it was so nice to meet you. It was so good to see you again. Right. I can't wait to do this again. Thank you for judging. And I was like, that's what I'm doing. I'm basically like, granted, COVID had just started, so I'm up there hugging people that I've just met.
That's what I was going to say. The first time I saw you, I gave you a hug, and like the whole thing, like was so new to me, and I'm like, man, dude, I fucking hugged Justin. I fucking didn't even know. After everything was said and done, I'm like, dude, I forgot the whole fucking COVID.
Yeah, it's like for that moment. I think that's why we started with The Show Must Go On. But I can only speculate on that because I'm not inside your brain, Jerrod.
True story.
Nice.
But I specifically remember at one point, Rob, you came up to me, like, again, Freebird, it's a long-ass song. So we're up there performing. I'm congratulating Lee, the woman that won, who's... she's at my muse and my arch nemesis at the same time. I fucking love her, but I want to fist fight her sometimes because I will probably never beat her at this shit that we compete in.
No, you did a really good job. It was very realistic. Like
I don't understand. My wife watches those shows. Like, So You Think You Can Dance? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they have this dance.
That's a perfect description of air guitar. Is those dance competition songs where they have to express. Oh well, you did the perfect expression of that song, and it was I just felt you in that song. That's exactly what air guitar is.
But like
it's your feeling of that song, like the way that you express that song.
I don't understand dance. I don't understand like that type of interpretation. I understand fucking metal and fucking rocking out.
Right.
So like my performances personally are always more about like trying to be as accurate to what I think that guy is doing in that song.
Right.
And like working my way through almost like I'm acting out the music video essentially.
You have to tell a story, and you get 60 seconds to perform a song, but you tell a story in that 60 seconds. And I'm going to go back to pro wrestling because I love pro wrestling, but there's a thing that Stone Cold Steve Austin will tell every time he gets a chance is that the best pro wrestling persona is just you turned up to 11.
Up.
So your air guitar persona, or in your instance, your stand-up persona is you turned up to 11. Yeah. So you just have to find that aspect of your personality that you can crank up to 11.
I just gotta imagine that I'm in the dumpster area of Quaker Steak and Lube in Sheffield on break talking to my employees. That's the first time I got that moment was the first time somebody told me I needed a stage to tell jokes. That was the first time. And but that was a long time ago, and I still haven't had the courage to do it. Right now, this is kind of like that courage trying to like push through, and maybe if I do enough podcasts, I'll have enough, because comedy is a thing there's no age group.
Yeah.
There's no, like, you're too old for this. It doesn't exist. Rodney Dangerfield was 50 years old before he got any kind of recognition. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these people, it's just like, and some people, dude, you go into a club and, like, if an old person comes up and does it for their first time, it's like an amazing thing for everybody. It's like, oh, fun. It's like, fuck yeah. And that could be like they could be in a commercial at that point or whatever it is. Whatever. Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, I love comedy in that because there's no age group,
I find it kind of interesting. Like, granted, it's the same but different worlds. You've been performing on a stage for a long time, give or take.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been a long time, but
with your instrument is something you can hide behind.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a pacifier or something.
It can be a crutch, but
yeah.
It can be why you're there.
Yeah.
And like using your voice to like sing a song while you're playing the guitar is a lot different than just having your voice to try to make someone laugh.
Yeah. And all those little moments of pausing and beats that you're doing in between everything you say. If nobody gets a laugh,
there's a different timing.
If you expected a laugh and you don't get it, you ruin your timing. Your timing's gone.
That comes with practice.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things with Justin in air guitar that I'm trying to get him is just repetition of doing this, and unfortunately with us, we get one event a year, essentially. So you don't get a lot of opportunity to go back up in front of a crowd again and try something different, to tweak something. You get 60 seconds a year to try something.
Have you ever gotten a moment where people explode on a moment where you didn't expect they would, and you're like, I wasn't even up to the part where I was, and then people loved that, but they didn't love the part that I wanted them to love, but they loved that part. It's like, why did you love that part?
I don't have a situation of that, but 3 years ago, I performed George Michael's Faith.
Mashed up with Limp Bizkit's Faith.
Speaking of new metal. But, so we have what's called the Dark Horse competition. It's like this last chance to make nationals. It's all the people that performed elsewhere and didn't quite make it, didn't quite qualify for nationals. It's a real inside baseball type competition where the room is 100 people. It's always a small place.
And it's all air guitarists.
All air guitarists. So they've seen everything. Yeah. So you have to be on point at the Dark Horse.
Because you're performing in front of performers.
So I did Limp Bizkit, or I did George Michael's Faith.
Actually, look that shit up if you can. YouTube that shit.
It's probably not online, but
it was.
It might be. But George Michael's Faith went into Limp Bizkit full stomp.
Just type in Dick Diesel. D-I-E.
Before
full,
there
you go.
Meathead stomping Limp Bizkit. And then instead of continuing Limp Bizkit, I went back to the solo
of George Michael.
Of George Michael's Faith.
I don't think it's there. Son of a bitch. It used to be.
Mid-performance, Lieutenant Face Melter, who is a U.S. air guitar champion in, I think, 2012, was a judge. He literally fell out of his chair laughing. And I immediately knew that what I had done was the exact thing that I was supposed to do.
Right.
And, I completely just, adrenaline just boomed.
Yeah.
And, I turned into, the embodiment of Dick Diesel and no longer Jerrod Dewey.
Right.
And just fucking ripped that goofy ass solo of George Michael's Faith.
Right. Yeah.
And ended up I ended up qualifying for nationals that year. I didn't get first place at that show because I bombed the second round. But I was one of the top scorers in the first round because I saw somebody that I completely respected as a performer lose their shit over what I was doing.
Right.
And that completely changed my performance on stage.
That is such a wild, the whole concept of this is still just so wild to me. And it's so inspiring. Just a guy of comedy or so if somebody does laugh at something that you do or loves something that you do, it's almost like you want to keep that and let it grow somehow. You want to, it's like lightning in a bottle. You want to, I just don't know how to keep that going.
That's the struggle of the performer, isn't it? You
right.
that's
you're
why so
always
many
chasing the next.
Yeah. Yeah, because that drug, say you, after that show, you probably felt great, and that feeling is beyond any drug. Anytime I've done stand-up, and which is, not just stand-up, I'm saying any kind of performance art or something where now it's stand-up, it was so intoxicating as far as, euphoric afterwards. Even just doing it. And any kind of positive response from anything was just enough to be oh my God, I need to do that again. And it could. The thing about me is I let it last too long because it was such a big ass dose that it'll take me forever to do it again. That's what this is what this podcast is. Like I said, but I just don't know how to
bottle that up,
and learn and use that. Yeah,
and foster it. And we've discussed this as a group with the Cleveland air guitar community to try to figure out how to like bottle that up and continue to grow the community and give people that outlet. Like, unfortunately, we are a once a year event, and so like if you were to come and do your stand up, let's say hypothetically you came and did stand up and you loved it and you wanted to like, okay, I can tweak this and this and make it a little bit better, but then you had to wait a year to do it again. That's the world that we live in.
Yeah. So
we're trying to figure out a way, and with COVID, like it's making it even more challenging because I can't. Our venue that we go to would love to have us run 3 or 4 shows a year,
right?
Because like
generally we fucking kill it in sales of tickets
right,
and in booze.
People have a good time and they love the venue, and then they come back to see a different show.
Right. Yeah.
But the world we live in is a once a year world, and there's just nothing that we can do to kind of break that up, and there's no way to really do that online because you don't have the same feel.
You don't have the same connection to the audience.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even if we were doing things online, all we would be doing is we can use more professional wrestling terms. We could just pop the boys. Like all we would be doing is essentially preaching to the choir. We're not going and getting new converts. We're just hyping up the people that are already converted. We're only reaching out to our small community.
Right.
Whereas if we have one of the guys that we're friends with is on the like alumni board of directors for fucking Case Western Reserve University somehow. So he gets us, like, we'll have a show at the Jolly Scholar once a year,
which is the on-campus. If for those that don't know, the Jolly Scholar is the on-campus bar for Case Western Reserve University. So that's where study groups go to have a beer and study math.
And then us dickheads are trying to put on an air guitar performance while they're trying to fucking study their nursing and have a beer. And it's just it's a weird world, man.
Yeah.
But
well, it's interesting to see that perspective in especially in air guitar world. I'm saying it kind of flips my wig. It is pretty incredible how passionate when you talk about it, and it's like But like I said, folks, you have to see it to believe it. You know, you gotta be there to understand the passion and what it takes, how hard it actually is.
Well, and if you are, next time that you're feeling trepidatious about getting and doing stand-up, just remember that these two idiots go up and pretend to play an instrument for 60 seconds
That
once
is very
a year.
true. High five on that one. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm not saying I look at that as some weird way of like, oh, they can just do air guitar, so I could obviously be able to. No, it's just the way you look at it, and it being inspired. If you could get inspired by people that play air guitar, use it. Use it, and I think you can. I think anybody can. I think you could get inspired by air guitar if you're trying to be a lawyer.
Yeah,
and you're talking to a courtroom. You know,
it's just a way to get out there. You know, be in front of people.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Being in front of people is terrifying. I don't give a shit
like the
who you
number
are.
one fear is talking in front of people. Is like the number one fear that everybody is afraid of the most, and it's that is the. Oh man, it's hard, and especially if it's something you've been working on, and you're like, you hope people will like it, you know, and you're just waiting for that, validation, you know,
that
gratitude of some sort, and you don't even want to, you don't want gratuity, like forced gratuity from like family members or anything like,
yeah,
that's my Robbie. No, you want real fucking laughs. And Man.
Perhaps we got some this evening, Rob.
Oh, I hope so. You guys are off the chain. So glad you guys came. You have no idea. It warms my heart.
Thank you, man. This is like...
Dude.
This is like... I feel like this is a conversation 20 years in the making, Rob.
I hope so.
I'm also really happy
definitely-
that you said 22 minutes ago that we were going to close out the show, and then we had the most Midwestern goodbye.
Yeah.
Where we talked for 22 more minutes.
Yeah, that's yep. That's I call that the Southern goodbye because my family's all from the South, and that's how it is. That's how family left the house. We get done with dinner, everything's good. All right, I will see you later. And then 20 minutes later, I'm like, as a kid, I'm waiting for everybody
Like no one's even got their fucking shoes on yet.
Yeah. We're still the doors like open. Or wait, it's like a slow, gradual. All right, we get it. But yeah, all right, guys, that's about sums it up. We did the What's on Your Mind segment. Talked about everything we could possibly talk about amongst all that, whatever we did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rob, with all sincerity, thank you for having us, my friend.
Dude,
I appreciate
pleasure
it.
is all mine. Gary, everybody give it up for Gary Oldman in the back.
Find us on Facebook at Cleveland Air Guitar.
Any plugins? Got a plug?
Yeah, find us at Air Guitar CLE on Twitter, Cleveland Air Guitar on Facebook.
Cool. Actually, what you guys should do is text me any kind of link or ats, just so I could like copy or just look at it and paste. Because
That way you can embed that shit because I'm very bad at social media.
Yeah, I'll embed it.
Hell yeah.
And so I'm actually really bad as well. But you guys, thank you.
I super appreciate it, Rob. We get to rambling. I'd love to do it again sometime.
Yeah, and if you guys want another drink, you're more than welcome. Peace. We out of here. You heard it here. The Dewey Brothers, 2 of them.
2 of 3.
2 of 3, and 1 sister, right? Or
Yes,
2 sisters?
one sister.
Or just 1 sister. Okay.
1 sister.
2 halves and like 1,000
fucking
steps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to the main 4. Where you at, Josh and Jessica? Bitch. Get fucked.
Love it. All right. Peace. We out of here.
Woo!
That was loud. It's like clipping. Dude, this is the most jank. Sorry, guys. The most jank. The first 14 minutes. Man, I'm so pissed.
Dude, but we made up for it with the Midwest goodbye.
Oh, we did. Oh, no, it's so fine. It's
Yeah.
Everything's fine, but
Oh, that was
super pissed about that first 10, 15 minutes. Oh, my God.
Apologize. Dude, where's your bathroom at?
All right. It's,
If that's cool, I'll go.